Hey there, folks. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to this exclusive interview brought to you by the Ravens Flock. I am one of the heads of the show, Juan Arauz. You probably recognize my voice for loudly complaining on our podcast more than anything. But here we got some good news. I'm joined right now at MetroCon 2018 with Mr. Caleb Hyles, a fellow YouTube sibling, as I like to use the term. How you doing? How's the con so far?
I'm doing very well, and the con has been wonderful. MetroCon here in Tampa Bay, Florida is always a joy to be at, and the attendees are wonderful, and there's incredible events, and the staff treats the guests and the attendees so nicely. So happy to be here, and happy to be here for this little chat with you.
I appreciate it, man. I am humbled to my smallest moments over here.
We're equals. We're all the same.
I want so badly to believe that, and I want so badly to subscribe to that. But you got us outstripped by leagues. If I at my last checking over here, you got over 777,000 subscribers on your channel. Yeah,
yes,
I do my homework.
That's very specific. Yeah. Well, there's always someone ahead of you. You know.
Yeah.
Like that. I think it's easy to stay humble when you see the numbers, first of all, but also whenever you realize that the world's just so much bigger than you realize, and you're just
it's more than
small.
just a count. It's more than just a number.
Yeah. So I'm grateful for what I have more than anything, but I do not consider myself in any way above anybody or ahead of anybody. It's just everyone has a journey and a path, and I hope the best for everyone on their path, however it takes them, whatever version of success they choose. That's what I hope for.
That is awesome. That's an excellent philosophy. Thank you for that. I'm going to need to remember that. So if anyone hears me complaining, by the way, go ahead and link me back to this moment in the video and say, Juan, remember what Caleb told you. I need some positivity in our lives over here. And for those who are not in the know when it comes to the blogiverse or the YouTube community, Caleb here got his claim to fame as a singer. You've done covers for songs. The one viral song that shot you over the moon was when you did your cover for "Let It Go" from Frozen. Did you have any idea that it was going to get that big? Did you have an inkling on it? Or?
I think outside of big corporations, virality is not something you can anticipate, nor can you manufacture. So I did not, in short form, I did not anticipate anything like that, because if you look deep into my channel, I've been covering music, and even my previous channel that got removed, I've been covering music since since I was a kid, first of all, recording it, when I was in, middle teen years, but I've been singing other people's songs and loving doing that and wanting to do that for years. And my YouTube channel history goes back to 2006, but 2011 is when I started my channel that's on now, and I sang cover songs way before it was something that I did for a living. So, which is a weird thing to say. So I've been doing it for a while. I did not anticipate that one to do what it did.
Holy cow. I guess you mentioned earlier, there's the sort of viral explosion. You can't manufacture that. We were thinking the same thing there. Now that you've gotten this bit of notoriety and people are following you like crazy, you've been putting out work over and over, continuously.
It's definitely a schedule.
Yeah. It's the consistency is what is key when it comes to staying up on YouTube. I know that you've done some work with other collaborations with other stuff in the past in terms of singing with other folks. If there was one, if let's say you get the opportunity of a lifetime, you get to open at Madison Square Garden for a big stage act. If you can place yourself as the opening act for someone else on their big tour,
who would I choose?
Who would you choose? Who is it?
Oh man. I'll give three. It's between, and I'll pick really big acts, because I have personal, maybe more meaningful favorites, but I'll pick big acts that people know. So I would love to, if I have my own original music and for some reason I slipped into their category, I would love to open for, they're about to be all over the place. I'd like to open for Taylor Swift, because I like Taylor Swift a lot.
Nice.
You just go a little further into my channel, you'll see my love for Taylor Swift. And I would love to open for Metallica. That'd be sick. I love both of those performers.
That's almost on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, and it's old school Metallica. That's my favorite. It's really old, And Justice kind of stuff. And Taylor Swift is usually just older Taylor Swift. So I don't know. I grew up also around a thespian family that loved all kinds of music, musical theater geeks. So music was very much a part of our lives, and I was exposed to a lot of different genres. So country music, it's a guilty pleasure, but I'm not guilty about it.
So like what, Carrie Underwood? Or?
Yep, Carrie Underwood's wonderful. She's a fantastic singer. There's a couple more. Dolly Parton's great.
She's a queen. She's
the queen. Why am I forgetting his name? He's like the king of country.
I don't know. Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks is Keith Urban's great. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Like,
whoever I know who you are, and I just you wrote like 30 albums.
Like what's his like? What? Give us a song from him. Then maybe maybe
Amarillo by Morning is like his biggest hit.
Yeah, no, shoot.
Yeah. He's wonderful though.
Like I'm not too big on country, so I'm like.
But Metallica and Taylor Swift, those are my favorites.
That's awesome. Like
that's who I would open for.
I've actually
in the same concert.
If that would be insane if
That'd
you
be
could get the two acts in the same building. What kind of crowd would that draw? That's nuts.
I don't think it. You just like have preteens and like 40 to 60-year-old biker dudes. It would not. It'd be uncomfortable.
Or it would be 40 to 60-year-old biker dudes with their preteen daughters or granddaughters or what have you.
That'd be cool.
See, that it's fun for the whole family.
Dang, I'm gonna make this happen now.
Yeah, well, there's gonna be someone out there. They're gonna watch this like, hey, I'm gonna make money off of that. Cha-ching. No. You were talking about. I was actually gonna bring this up. You were talking about how you grew up in a thespian family with a family of performers and actors and dancers and singers. So the performance gene is in you. You've got that. What was that like growing up? Was everyone just running show tunes or were they stressing like, come on, I've got a show coming up next week. I need to get this thing. Please play with your toys quietly, or what's up?
Well, I call it a thespian family mainly in heart, not necessarily in career, because my dad tried to go to California with my mother in their first year of marriage to pursue the dream. So they both got jobs out there, waitressing, waitering, washing cars, and because my dad was trying to go studio to studio to pitch his music and play his songs, and after about 2 years, it just wasn't sticking. My dad was writing music that wasn't disco, so it was he just wasn't in. He was right on. He was not what was popular, and so they went back home. My dad had a degree in media of something or another, so he's been doing radio for 30 years, and my mother was a huge musical theater person, and she got like a major or a bachelor's in musical theater and vocal performance, but she also got like a what's the word below a minor. She got a minor in advertising,
right?
And that was her job for 20 years. So she ended up being an advertising agent for like across the town. So my dad was in radio and my mom was in advertising.
So that sort of blends it in, but they've got the heart of it. And
they got the heart of it. I mean, you grew up whenever you are like a performer and a musical person, and music was your life, especially my dad going to California. It's not like you go home and when you raise your kids, you don't introduce them to music.
Yeah.
Because it was just in them, singing all the time. Plenty of children and people my age have that story about parents that just loved music, played it all the time. And I'm so grateful for it. And yeah, I mean, there's, people will use the word saying like a really talented kind of thing. And I only use talent for me defining it goes as far as an actual genetic like predisposition to actually ability to sing, but once you go past that threshold, however big it might be, then you got to start like really practicing. I usually use the example of like Tiger Woods when he was like 3 years old, hit like a 220-yard shot down the fairway, and I'm like, that's talent. Like that's just like he didn't do anything for that. Okay, he 3 years old, walked up, grabbed a stick, and hit a ball. Insane. Okay, like that's not. He didn't learn that.
Right.
But he's not as good as he is
anymore
now, and he's not as good as he is because he just stayed stagnant. He kept practicing with what he was given and made it as good as he was. I mean, he's struggling as of late, but he's getting back out there, and I appreciate it for him. I don't even watch golf that much. My dad loves golf. Anyway,
no, I guess
YouTube and blogging.
Yeah, go figure. So that's the key to life: YouTube, blogging, and golf.
There you go. That sounds pleasant.
That's the perfect little
recipe
pleasant for life here. All right. Well, I really do appreciate this time here with you.
Of course, absolutely.
I wish you nothing but the best, dude. You're rocking it over here. Where else can we? I know that you've got a second channel on here, so it's not.
Yeah, it's not like what I usually. I don't go on it too much. It's where I post my Twitch broadcasts. It's just peace, love, and gaming. It's very easy to remember kind of thing, and that's where That's where I post all my past broadcasts or highlight clips and things like that. And I'm trying to work on that because I do love playing video games, and I don't get to play many video games these days because of my primary YouTube channel.
Yeah,
but
it's all consuming, but it's for the art. It's for
So I'm trying to do more Twitch because it actually gives me the opportunity to play video games that I really like. So I'm working that into my schedule as best as I can. And that's where it'll be. Peace, Love, and Gaming.
All right, Peace, Love, and Gaming. So that's your second channel. And for those, like I said, who are uninitiated, where can we find your usual star-studded content here?
Oh, it's literally my name. Caleb Hyles. It's a legal name. No.
I'll be sure to put that right there on the
boom.
graphic.
Caleb Hyles. Look at me on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. Just Google it. You'll find my stuff. And hopefully there's something there for you because I cover all kinds of music because of my parents. So I cover all kinds of songs. And hopefully there's something for you. So
awesome.
Please check me out.
Thank you so much for that, Caleb. And any final words for anyone else trying to break in?
Try to break in?
Yeah, just any advice over here?
Biggest advice I can give you is resist the urge to fall under someone's subjective definition of success, because success is how you define it. And that's important. That's a good one to leave it on.
Yep, very good, awesome. All right, thank you very much for your time here, Caleb.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it immensely.
Of course.
This has been another exclusive interview brought to you by the Ravens Flock, and we are out. Hang on, he's trying to. Ravens Flock.